Just do it. Do you know the Nike slogan? It's not just a slogan, it's actually something that is more true than most of us believe. There's probably something that you're scared to do right now. Maybe you want to end a relationship or start a new job, move into a new city, tell someone that they fucked up, whatever. You want to speak your truth, you want to change, but you're scared to do so right now. Maybe your brain is telling you all sorts of reasons why you can't achieve the thing that you want to achieve, why you can't quit your job right now. Oh, it's way too risky, it's unsafe, whatever. Why you can't end the relationship. Oh, maybe they'll change, maybe everything will turn around in this relationship, whatever. But underlying all of this is probably your fear of change, your fear of being exposed to a new environment and not knowing how to handle it, your fear of not being ready in that situation. Our brain is scared of change because it is built to keep us safe, and it's built to keep us basically strapped in the same environment. Your brain's first priority is to keep you safe. And it's not its priority to make you great. That is your responsibility and your responsibility only. So, your brain is an action machine that is designed for survival. And survival to your brain means familiarity. So, your brain would rather keep you in an environment that is familiar, even though it's horrible. Let's say you are right now having a horrible job, you don't like the city you live in, you don't like the relationship you're in. Your brain would rather keep those things because it can control them, it knows all the variables, there's nothing unpredictable about them, than to change one of these things or all of these things, you know? Odds are that if you would change one of these things, you would become happier. And your brain also sort of knows this, but the fear of change is so big that it usually comes up with all sorts of reasons why you shouldn't change, why you shouldn't change your situation. The area of your brain that is responsible for this holding you back is your amygdala. It's your brain's threat detector, and it reacts to any major change, no matter if it's good or bad, in a way where it just fires. It just sends alarm signals to your brain. So a new career is unknown. You're scared. You might fail. You might be overwhelmed in the beginning. You might be underqualified. You're scared of meeting the new colleagues and not liking them, whatever. New city, also unpredictable. You have to get to know a whole new set of friends, you have to build a whole new life for yourself. New relationship, also unpredictable. Um, yes, all these things have the potential to be better, but this is not what your brain sees. Your brain sees that this means change, that this basically confronts you with something new, requires you to be different, and this is just causing your brain so much discomfort and overwhelm that it just makes you scared to do those things. It activates the amygdala. And basically, whenever you set a goal, whenever you're trying to change, whenever you visualize and dream up some sort of new reality, your brain is threatened by this because it threatens your brain's need for safety. And this is why your brain hesitates every time that something feels uncertain. And it's not sabotaging you, it's not trying to sabotage you, it's just trying to keep you safe. So usually people tell themselves, oh, I'll do the thing when I feel ready. The thing is, this point of feeling ready never comes because your brain will never ever feel ready. It's biologically impossible. Why? Because neuroscientifically, this moment just does not exist. Your brain cannot produce confidence and this feeling of readiness before action. It's the other way around. You act, and then the confidence and the belief follows. Confidence is produced because of action. You need the action as evidence to be confident. Your prefrontal cortex, which is basically the center of your brain that is used for decision making and problem solving, and also primarily activated when you're trying to achieve a goal, this is only activated when you act. And the prefrontal cortex sort of acts as a opponent to the amygdala. So it can downregulate the amygdala activity. It can sort of calm you down. but it's only activated when you act. So, clarity comes after you move. Calmness comes after you move. And also confidence comes after you move. So, it doesn't make any sense to say, I'm putting off this goal that I want to achieve until I feel ready. No matter how much you prepare and think, you'll never feel ready until you start acting. So let's say there's a lot of people who want to run a marathon or something like that, and they spend months of telling themselves, oh, I'll do it when the weather is better, then I'll start training, that will be better, or I'll need to get into nutrition more, I need to get into training science more, that's when I can start. No, you can start right now. Sometimes all you have to do is act, and then the other things will follow. But your brain is making up all sorts of excuses because it's scared to start, and this is what you have to realize. Action literally rewires your brain. Okay? So the moment that you start acting, your brain changes. Your brain changes itself through repeated experience. This has been proven by studies. It's not thought or intentions or planning that changes your brain structure. No, it's when you move, it's when you act. The more you do something, the stronger those neural pathways become. This is how you can change. This is literally how you develop. Even when you're an adult, you can still change a lot. This is a misconception that a lot of people have. They think that they're stuck. No, you're just doing the same things over and over again, firing the same neural pathways, and reinforcing the same identity that you've held for 30 years. But if you start acting differently, you can change. The problem is you've probably trained yourself to act in a certain way over and over again, and you're reinforcing this old identity that you have. So the more you do something, the stronger neural pathways become, right? So if you keep avoiding fear, if you keep avoiding what you're scared of, this is what your brain learns. And your brain will become better at avoiding things. And there are some people around who literally live their whole lives avoiding fear. They're not trying to chase goals anymore. No, they're just trying to avoid pain. They're trying to avoid fear. And they have such a small radius. They don't travel. They don't try new foods. They have the same conversations over and over again, meet the same people over and over again. They become closed up. And this is where you're basically missing out on life. You don't want this to happen. We're aiming creatures. We're meant to reach goals. We're meant to work towards something. Luckily, you can use this to your advantage because the more you take risks, the better your brain becomes at courage. You can use this cycle to your advantage. So, in order to become the person you want to become, you need to act like the person you want to become. There is a concept in neuroscience that is called embodied cognitions. And this basically means that you are not who you tell yourself you are what you do. Your actions shape your identity more than your thoughts do, and more than what you tell yourself does. If you want to become confident, you have to do the things that you think a person that is confident does. You have to act like a confident person. If you want to become brave, do the things that a brave person does. And your brain will start to realize that you are that new person. You cannot think your way into a new self. You have to act your way into a new self. And this is why you have to take this leap. This is why you have to jump. And this is the moment that your identity will start to shift. This does not just apply to fear, okay? So you'll never feel ready, and you'll also never feel motivated to do something before acting. Because this is also what a lot of times people do. They don't just put off the things that they're scared of, they also put off the things that they know are comfortable, that they know will be hard. So when you want to become more fit and be healthy and stuff, you'll tell yourself, I'll start when I'm motivated. But it does not work this way. Your brain won't all of a sudden feel motivated. No. Dopamine is the chemical that is responsible for motivation, and dopamine is only released after action. So, as soon as you start something, your dopamine rises and your motivation grows, not the other way around. This is why you have to get your ass up, first of all. This is why taking the first small step triggers sort of a domino effect. Your brain rewards momentum. Your brain rewards that you do something despite not wanting to do it. This is when motivation comes. So you shouldn't ask yourself, when does my motivation finally rise? No, you have to act. You have to ask yourself, what can I do to get my motivation to come? Okay? This is what you have to change. What I really want you to take from this video is that fear shrinks when you approach it. So your amygdala, this fear center in your brain, is basically like a guard dog. It barks when you get near something new, no matter if it's good for you or if it's bad for you. It says that the thing is dangerous. It keeps barking, but if you still choose to step closer to the thing, your brain will eventually realize that it's not scary at all and the dog will lay to rest, you know? Your fear response weakens the more you confront the thing you're scared of. This is called extinction learning. So if you step towards the fear, your brain rewrites the fear and you'll end up not being scared of it anymore. And this is what you have to remember when you want to change. The scariest moment is not the moment when you actually confront the thing. It's the moment shortly before that, when the dog is still barking at you. But as soon as you take this leap of faith, as soon as you jump, as soon as you approach the thing, it won't be as scary anymore because your brain adapts quickly and your prefrontal cortex will start activating and also your dopamine will rise, and this will all make it easier for you to achieve that goal. So the moment before is always worse than the moment than during or after the thing you're trying to accomplish. So the brain is like a prediction machine and it loves patterns that it already understands. But the life that you probably want to live is in the unknown. You're probably not happy with your status quo right now. We are changing creatures and we always have something that we aim towards. And if you keep avoiding it, you just deplete yourself of life. So new opportunities, new relationships, new purposes, they're all on the other side of uncertainty. And your brain won't ever label the unknown as safe. You'll never feel prepared enough. You'll never feel motivated enough. You'll never feel safe enough until you step into it. Action comes first. You lead and your brain follows. And this is what you have to remember. So just do it. I hope you guys could take something from this video and I see you guys in the next video.